Alright, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for SSSS Gridman, Episode 8. Alright,
Okay.
well, poor Auntie.
Yeah.
Lost his eyes. There was even, like, kill blood. Like, psh,
Yeah.
So those
Bright red
gone.
and pressurized.
Yeah.
So Chief Overjustice Lagan is making moves. And Akane and Yuta have had their little confrontation.
Yes, there was much attempt from Akane to try and seduce.
Yeah, she literally
Yuta.
sat on her bed and said, "I'm thirsty."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
But, thankfully Yuta has the powers of protagonism.
yes.
And
Yes.
Yeah.
Denser than tungsten.
that's right.
So we have a lot that was also potentially hinted at by the AI, by the sky being filled with like stuff looking like a computer Tron motherboard kind
something
of
like
thing.
that.
So curious.
Yeah, that's definitely what we need to bust through
Yeah.
at some point. Maybe not with the drills, but
I mean, come on,
some
it's
point.
totally gonna be
the drills are for show. Drills are for show.
Okay. But y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Are we getting a festival?
I think
Are
we
we
are.
getting a school festival?
We are.
この間見た
Yeah. Can we talk about that?
School's great and all, but
街に見えたけど宇宙人の基地とか見た目はラスボスっ
It
ぽ
looked like a last boss to me. Yeah.
ユータが会った怪獣少女が
That's some good
街の外
logic
に
right
何もないっ
there.
て言ってたなら
なんだそのつまんねえ話
boring stories.
Wow.
You love
Wow.
学校って普通に入れるんだね。
いや、普通に入っちゃダメですよ。
に利用されて今も怪獣を作り続けている
Oh,
利用されて
the crack in the glasses.
Yeah,
Oh,
almost
that's
like
a
it's
good
a crack in her
effect, yeah.
eye.
Or just a crack in her psyche.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah!
He can't blend in at school at all.
Nope. Because he's bringing actual swords, you know?
Yeah.
あいや多分大丈夫
Why?
学校に来た時かご用ですか
なんか帰った方がいいみたいな感じある
Jumps up
Yep.
and out of the frame.
あの人たち誰
Oh my god.
新世紀中学生。
ダッサい名前のバンド
Wow.
That's
Wow.
amazing. Well
Okay, so
done.
just one of his eyes.
Oh, okay.
お疲れ様。思った通り
Oh,
素晴らしい
okay.
だね。
Wow.
Dang.
いやいい加減グリッドマン倒さなきゃって思って
インスタンス炙り焼きそ
Oh,
今じゃない
結局通報されたらしいよ
Okay.
クエン祭って毎年やってるんじゃないのいやここ数年はうちの高校やってなかった
oh,
みたいよ
interesting.
うちの担任も協力してたらしいし
前はクラスのこととか無関心だったのにさ。
そう
Mm-hmm.
かな
Yeah.
そうか
Hmm.
Nice,
グリッ
nice.
ドマンの影響だったりして。
Well, no, it's
Among other things.
Kane's involved.
Yeah, they say that and then cut to Akane.
Yep.
ちょっと来てちょっとさみんなに見てほしいものがあってさ
Whoa.
That is a cool
最
kaiju.
初に戦った怪獣をめっちゃ強化したこの怪獣を学園祭当日この学校
Oh
に暴
my
れさせるから
あいやそれはダメでしょ
Okay.
だからさ止めてみてよ私を
あれは宣戦布告だよな
Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
なんとかして新庄さんを止めないとなんか
Rika,
強
what
そ
are
う
you
な見
thinking?
た目だったよね
Yeah.
ゆえになんとかしてグリッドマン同盟が
Maybe
力
she's
を合わ
thinking
せ
like
て
I
乗り
have
切ろ
to
う
mend the friendship kind of
Yeah.
thing.
力を合わせていやだからグリッドマン含めて全員の出力サイズを抑えられればさそっかそっか
Okay.
小さくすれば全員出動できるかそしたら全合体もできるかも
Hmm.
戦うより
Yeah.
先にやることがあると思う。
Mm-hmm.
新庄茜を説得するのは無理だろ
だからって戦うしかないの？自分の好きなものの話ばっかしないでよ。
Ah,
結
nice.
局内海君
Yeah.
戦いたいだけじゃん。それこそ問題を先送りにしてる気がする。
Yeah. Because you can just make another
新庄
kaiju.
茜に怪獣出さないでください、お願いしますっていうのグリッドマンはどう思う
どちらの意見も正しい。
だから私抜きで勝手に決めればいいじゃん。
Yeah.
どうせ戦いたいんでしょ？
何怒ってんの
怒ってないけど。
いや怒ってんじゃん
グリッドマン同盟ってあんたしか言ってないからね。
は
茜は私の友達なの。 友達と戦うことに積極的になれるわけないじゃん。
お前は感情でしか考えられないもんな。
Let him have it, Rika.
やっちゃったかな。やっちゃってたね。
Yep.
明日から女子周りで俺の悪評が拡散されるんだよ。
Wow, that's what
終わ
you're...
った完全に終わった俺の高校生活。
何それ、予告を撤回しろってこと？
戦うとしてもせめて別日に別の場所で。
ちょっと待って、
学園祭を狙う理由は何？
だって
Asking
嫌いなんだもん。
questions.
本当はさ、
But I love it because it's an indirect way that she actually brought this out to be because she interfered with the homeroom teacher.
それもあるけど
Otherwise, this wouldn't have
だっ
happened.
たら関係ない人たちまで巻き込む必要はない。
ごめん、もう行くね。
待って。
Wait. I wish they had shown us if she had, like, disappeared or something. If that was...
Yeah.
Oh. Auntie.
なんの用だ、連敗キッズ。
Whoa.
女はどこだ？違う。
What was the sound from
ど
her?
うぞ。カフェにして悪いけど君たちのお友達？
違いますよ。うちらと一緒に見えますか？
うん。
Yeah, saw that coming.
なぜあの時を追わなかった。倒すこともできたはずだ。
ユータが止めた気がした。
ほう。
わかっ
What is
た。
he whispering?
行け。
逃がしてんじゃねえよ。
番号は手に入れた。礼儀は今度教えればいい。
Okay, they're on the bus together now.
Okay, cool.
響くんから聞いたよ。トンカワたちを殺したのは金だったんだってね。
てか、リカってそんなにトンカワたちと仲良かったっけ？
仲良くもないし悪くもない。
じゃあいてもいなくても一緒じゃん。
一緒じゃない。
じゃあ私を殺したら？やっぱりリカもいいよ。他のことはちょっと違う。私の近くにいるべき人。私が何をしてもリッカは私のことを嫌いになれないよ。私がリッカをそう設定したんだから。
What? Okay, there's that question.
ここに住む人はみんな私のことを好きになるようになってる。だから私とリッカは友達なんだよ。
Wow, that's a good point. Yeah.
Dang.
That okay, cool. Because you can't really have like if someone is actually God, a whole lot of conflict just doesn't work.
私の友達として私の怪獣から作られたんだよ。
Whoa.
All right. Stop. Press this
Holy
button if
crap.
you want to exit.
Yeah, yeah.
She could have been lying about that.
Oh, totally. Totally. But
And just
still,
saying
it's a
screw
great,
with her
it's a
head.
great thing to say either way.
Yeah.
私は金を止められなかった。結局私は何もできてない。
リッカじゃないと切り抜けられなかったことだってたくさんあったよ。
It's nice to
別にだって
say.
本当はそう思ってる。
But
俺
there
だっ
haven't
て
been that
リッカ
many.
にここにいてほしいと。
明
Yeah,
日
there you go. There you go.
内海
Be
君に
honest,
謝る
yeah.
あの人、私から謝るなんて考えてなさそうじゃん。
Oh, that was a lot of animation for
Yeah.
外からのお客様もたくさん来るだろうし。
But I
Lots
mean,
of
how
guests
could
will
you
be coming
lose?
from
Yeah.
all over. Well, that's the thing. She's not
やろう、ア
she's
レ
not
クシス。
perfect because
わかった。
Gridman is a thing that she
炙りまし
can't control.
ょう。
Wait. Wait.
So he just shows up early.
つまんないことやってくれるな。
Just being a buzzkill.
インスタンス炙りアクション。
Oh, well, I guess
All
I
right.
can't do anything, yeah. Here we go. Now we have Mecha Giga
どういうこと？
Dragon.
グリッドマンの大きさ
T-Rex
いつもの半分くらいしかないよ。
リッカリンちゃん。
All their names are hilarious.
みんな言っちゃって
It's
大
so
丈夫なの？
silly.
絶対勝てる。
Ah, yes. Because they must win.
All right. Oh wow, that just looks awesome. So silly,
But it's great.
今こそ全員の力合わせる時だ。
all right. Full transformation sequence.
I would not be surprised if Overjustice Lagan interfered here.
like this is what he's been waiting for,
Right, the
basically.
consolidation of all his enemies kind of a thing, or
yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
for sure.
Or Gridman being in a
Well, no,
weaker
'cause-
state.
Because he did say there's going to be a lot of guests. He wasn't necessarily
Oh.
talking about the humans at the festival.
Yeah, right, good point.
He could have been talking about all of them showing up.
Sure.
Whoa.
Okay.
This looks like a proper toy. Here we go.
Yeah, I know.
Even gets the logo in the background.
Yeah. Wait, is this the opening play?
Yeah, it is. Whenever the antagonist hears the OP start playing, they're like, no!
God damn it. Oh, it's using a drill.
It's a drill!
It's using a drill. But it missed.
Oh! Oh my god!
Wait.
See? They're not just for show. Oh.
Go into space. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Oh.
But the outer limits.
Oh, okay. No,
never mind. Yeah.
Oh, so many people just died right there.
All right, Saber. Calm
Caliban!
down. Yeah. Whoa.
Okay. Yeah, that's straight up an Excalibur. Like.
Yeah.
So now we know what Chief Over Justice Lagan is scared of.
Yes. Auntie's just like, Nani sore?
I'm supposed to beat that.
And we reset.
ごめん俺が悪い
Ah! And look, she's in.
Yeah.
She's in a freaking. Ah! This is amazing. Her outfits are amazing.
Because of course it was some kind of, maid cafe or whatever.
Ah!
でしょ
Yes.
でもやっぱ新庄は来てないのか
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ah! Ah. Yeah.
戦ってなかった
Hmm.
同じ私の町が
まだまだいい手段があるはずだよ。
Okay. Okay. See,
So
they're trying to set up some stuff here.
they
It's cool.
answered
It's
one
cool.
of the other questions that is, natural to have
Right.
if you
Right.
go around saying that your antagonist is a god.
Right. How much of what they're interacting with is something that they will
Right.
to be this way?
Because here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Akane said that she basically mucked with Rika's will, right? Okay.
Well, no, she was created to be a certain way.
Yes,
yeah.
right. But basically, she's a puppet of sorts, right?
But she hasn't done that since, though.
Okay, well, sure, but the point is that basically human will is not off limits, right? For something that Akane can control and manipulate, however she would do it, whether it's through just creating them or whatever, right? But that then also extends to other people as well. Now, the conflict so far, the very idea of conflict, kind of breaks down when you have someone that's all powerful or the equivalent, right? So then the whole idea of okay, maybe it's more about an interpersonal conflict, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what it always has been, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But then once you get into the realm of messing with how people are,
right,
then it takes on a new form because then it's not about just beating the person, right?
Yeah.
Because of whatever, right? It's about
For
having
sure.
some sort of change from them.
Sure.
Right? Which probably
Okay.
circles back around to Yuta, and the fact that she likes him and he
Mhm.
probably chose Akane and then had, amnesia, which was probably Akane doing that to try and basically give a do-over without directly making it so that he just likes her, right?
Sure.
Because what would be the point of that, right? That'd be cheap. 298 yen or whatever. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
huh.
Yeah. So I think that the thing that they're setting up here
Yeah.
that's different from what they were setting up before
Mm-hmm.
is that Akane doesn't want to defeat Yuta, Rika, Utsumi, or anything like that. She just basically has a foreign object in her simulation. Gridman is something that she didn't create. It's not a part of her
Sure.
system or what have
Yeah,
you.
okay.
And Gridman was from before the amnesia incident. So Gridman also might be something to do with why the amnesia incident was necessary.
Okay.
Now, I think what they're setting up here a little bit is a power of friendship kind of ending. But it's different because it's Akane that is actually wanting the power of friendship kind of ending.
Right. Yeah.
And yet she's tampering with the rules of the power of friendship ending by setting people up like Rika to be, oh, you just like me. You like everything about me.
Yep.
So why would you ever like hate me for all these things I do? I love it. It's so sadistic. It's so genius.
And the idea that combined, I feel like, because that's great, right?
Yeah.
And it's a wonderful plot development, and it's a chilling thing to think about, right? But then also seeing her in her room being super depressed and being like, I didn't win again, right? The idea that there's something that she deeply wants, right? Even if that's just Yuta,
or just
companionship, right?
Yeah.
And so she has a very particular set of criteria, though, with how she wants to get it because it's that important to her.
Sure. So maybe she's aware that because she has too much control over everything, she needs to give them some modicum of control, or freedom, if you will, so that they can choose her independently.
Right. But that's not happening, which has got to suck, because it's the idea that she could just turn them all into, loyal puppet slaves, right?
Well, that's the thing.
She might not be able to anymore?
No, that's the thing. I don't think she can do that anymore.
Okay.
I think the limits of her power right now are using the kaiju to do the things that she wants. That's why she has to go through it indirectly.
Gotcha.
So she doesn't like the girls that were, that smashed the sandwich she was going to give to Yuta.
Gotcha.
So she gets rid of them. In some
ways.
Via
the
kaiju, yes. The homeroom teacher bumped into her.
Right.
And it's just like, how could you bump into me? And stuff like that. So she fixes basically that whole aspect of his personality. But it was not directly through fixing his personality.
Right. She tried to kill him. It didn't work. And then the next day, he does the same thing and apologizes, and she was surprised by that. So that goes to show that basically it was something that she didn't expect, right?
Yes.
And that's where they could get into. That's where they could get into the deeper nature of it, in the idea that Akane is still a person. So she might have all this power, but she's not all knowing. So she can still be surprised by her own creations. Hence why Gridman showing up at the festival and things like that. And when this ends up being a power of friendship ending, it will probably be in a way that Akane doesn't see coming. Right.
And also it will be something where she reconciles her desires with what she actually does.
Right.
Because she doesn't take action with regards to her desires entirely. She maybe believes in some level that certain desires that she has are somewhat unattainable, but she can't face that because it would involve her changing the way she is. Like, this is something that might be just a theme, but I think part of Akane's problem is that she doesn't want to change.
Okay.
And yet, in order to get what she wants, in order to have the companionship and the stuff she wants, she needs to change. That's a part of growing up. That's a part of living life, is that we are not static individuals. But she sees everything else outside of her as the thing that needs fixing, which is just code for change.
Yeah, as opposed to fixing and
changing
working
herself.
on herself. Yeah, hence why the room is all trash. Even though outside everything, is just hunky-dory and great.
Yeah. I love the idea that she ends up realizing that that's what needs to happen. And whether or not it's too late, or it's something that, she can't actually do because she ended up giving Chief Overjustice Lagan too much power, and he ends up being the last final boss kind of thing. It could be interesting.
What I want to see, because we had a situation where Akane was, I believe, in Yuta's house, right? But I want to see something where they're at her house.
Again, I don't think anyone will ever go in there, because I believe it is a cordoned off section of reality that only she can access.
Maybe.
That's why you don't even see Auntie in the room, even though someone that actually goes to the house regularly. Never see her.
Well,
in the room.
but I could see it being something where it's that she doesn't want anyone to be in there, but at the same time, the idea of if someone cared enough to basically say, like, to come knocking on her door and be like,
what would that mean?
Yeah, what would that mean, right?
What would she do?
Right, because the idea that they're getting so into the concept of basically Akane having relationships with people that are not the way she wants them to be, right? In a lot of ways, her telling Rika, that, oh yeah, you just can't help but love me, right? That's because Rika was basically getting too close to home, right?
Sure.
Okay. So she kind of lashes out in that way that she knows will unsettle Rika, because how could it not, right?
Right.
But if she was perfectly happy with the way things were going, she wouldn't have even needed to do that. Is the thing.
Good point.
Very
good point.
So but then at the same time, maybe that means that she is actually happy with how things are going, even if she's not comfortable with the way that they're getting to the place that it's going to end up going, right? Because the idea that she actually does value this kind of questioning, she does value this kind of conflict, because otherwise life would be boring, right?
Yes, I do think she is trying to avoid boredom based on what they've shown in the OP.
Yeah. So
the kaiju is her fun, her enjoyment, her passion, if you will.
Sure.
And maybe all of this is just that she's been spurned or scorned for her passion.
Potentially,
and
yeah.
She's just slowly been changing the whole town over the course of this time to have everyone be accepting of that. But she refuses to change Yuta, Rika, and all them for that.
Right.
And maybe if they just appreciated, those kaiju are really cool. I'd love to watch you make one, because that's just really awesome. She might be like,
okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Right. Yeah, like the idea, if they were basically saying, no, the idea of Gridman and kaiju fighting, that's awesome.
So cool.
Can we have it in a place where like people won't die because of it? Like,
no, don't even go to that. Just trying to ask questions and be excited about her passion. Tell her to talk about it.
Sure. Yeah.
Because that's what gets other people excited to spend time with you, is because you, in some ways, at the base, like, this is just the beginning. You have to have a give and take eventually in a relationship. But the idea that you just let them talk excitedly about the things that they're passionate about, and then
it's almost like the lawyer thing where basically, if you're wanting to truly be secure and unassailable, then you shut up and you say nothing, right? Because anytime you say something, even if you're telling a lie or whatever, it's still something that came from your brain, right? So someone could theoretically analyze that and figure out you. And if they're trying to be friends and really understand Akane, then actually talking to them is one of the last things she would want to do. Yet she still talks to them,
because she does want to be friends with them.
Right, exactly. But she's not able to fully reconcile that desire with herself. It's a self-contradiction, which I love. Yeah.
So we're headed towards Chief Overjustice Lagan having his Keikaku Dori moment, and he is at the end of every episode now recently just having a little, like,
just out in the world,
like, you can practically see him just like
well, okay, so if he is basically a nega Gridman, right, we have never seen Gridman manifest without Yuta, right?
We can't.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So now, granted, we have seen Chief Overjustice Lagan do that, but only recently. Now,
only recently.
But if this is something where basically he made Akane what she is, right?
Sure.
Which is a very real possibility. Then they could go the angle of, instead of it being about Akane specifically, having it be about the idea that Akane could have just been any other student, right? That didn't have friends, that didn't have a great home life, etc. And because of that, they were like, she was able to fall prey to Chief Overjustice Lagan, right?
Sure.
But the idea that when it comes down to it, it's like one of those messages of the power of friendship for the audience of, you never know who might be hurting and could really use a friend right now.
Yeah, I like it. I think it works really well because what the protagonists are is they're blissfully unaware.
Mm-hmm.
Their main flaw is that they just don't have a clue what's going on.
Yep.
Akane has a clue of what's going on outside, but not inside. So they reconcile those two things together, and the conflict will end.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And
then they could have it be something where now, Chief Overjustice Lagan has, gotten powerful enough that now they actually do need to stop him.
Right.
And then that could be an absolutely amazing power of friendship, powers combining,
Oh yeah.
showdown.
And you know what it's going to be? Is Akane's Kaiju and Gridman.
That would be really cool.
Chief Overjustice Lagan.
Although if she still needs
him she wouldn't be able
them,
to do the instant ab reaction.
But maybe all the other ones that are around there, right? That like suddenly all the ones that have just been static, just you're something that needs to be corrected.
Right.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
And then he can just get, super giant, big, Overjustice Lagan like we saw in the opening.
Right.
And then epic showdown battle, and it's wonderful.
Right. Or it also becomes a thing of where they've said multiple points in the show Akane has that, like, I think kaiju are cooler than the good guys, basically. She thinks the kaiju are more awesome and stuff like that. Well, what if the kaiju combine with Gridman? Then it'll be a true Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
Like,
the Gridman is like writing a kaiju or something like that.
No, they just have like kaiju components. And,
they could definitely do that.
Aspects and traits.
I mean, she already made a kaiju that was mecha-ish, so
foreshadowing. Yes. But they do a lot each episode now to get us really intently like nervous about what's happening next.
Yeah, and
it's pretty impressive for such a simple show to be able to do that.
I wasn't expecting this show to be something where, like, because on the one hand, it's like, okay, it's a one-course show, right? So I would expect it to not be doing too many different things plot-wise and to be more building towards one major conflict. But then at the same time, it's Trigger. So, and the idea of the monsters of the week and all that stuff, I kind of, would have expected it to be more like, crazy, zany, just all over the place.
Right.
But instead they're going for like the slow and steady approach, which I gotta say I kind of like. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, I love Kill la Kill spacing too, but this is a different Trigger, and it's nice.
It was nice, yeah. So y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there. And all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us about these stories, about anime in general. You can also get involved with community events there, and you can talk with Jake about his awesome book.
Yes, my sci-fi novel Battle Lines is still available for order on Amazon. The link is in the description below, so go check it out.
Yeah, so if ain't that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.